It's graduation season in many parts of the world right now. We have people graduating from high school, graduating from university, and all of this got me thinking and reminiscing about my time in school and my last graduation. My last graduation was actually 10 years ago when I graduated from my master's degree at Syracuse University. Yes, I'm old, just deal with it. If you know me, you know I'm an overthinker, and once I start thinking about one thing, it starts me on a journey of thinking of many other things. And what started at first about thinking about graduation season, graduating from my master's degree, got me thinking about my life, my career, and I eventually ended up at this interesting question. Did I need to get a master's degree to have the career I have right now? Thinking about it, I say yes. But for you and for many other people out there, the answer might not be that simple at all. So I decided to wear my big auntie boo-boo to give my thoughts on whether or not you should get a master's degree in communications. Please keep in mind that this is from my own personal experience and my point of view, and you should always do your own research before taking advice from anybody on the internet. If you see me looking down a bit, it's because I have notes written here and I don't want to mess up the notes and I don't want to forget things. If this is your first time seeing me, let me give an introduction of who I am and also a little bit of background to provide some context on this conversation. My name is Jill Debbie, and I have about 10 years of communications experience. I have worked in public relations, I've worked in social media management, social media strategy, and now I am the communications senior associate for Bamboo, a fintech based in Nigeria. So here's the bottom line. I believe you should get a master's degree if you're interested in sharpening your skills in an academic setting. If you're done with school, if you're tired of attending classes, if you do not want to see another professor, don't bother with getting a master's degree and instead focus on sharpening your skills. Now, if you are a professional in another industry and you're thinking of making the switch to comms and you're thinking, maybe I should get a master's degree that could help, I'm here to tell you that you shouldn't even bother and you should instead focus on your skills. I'm going to be talking about skills a lot, and that is because I believe you don't even need a bachelor's degree to work in comms. You need the necessary skills to work in comms. I have colleagues that have degrees in economics, in international relations, in different other things, and they are currently thriving in comms. Again, you just need the necessary skills for the role that you want. Now, I'm going to be talking about how you can actually build up those skills in practical, real-life ways. But first, I want to talk to my academic girlies that want to get that master's degree. A master's degree helps you in two ways. One, it helps you to focus. Helps you to focus what you really want to do, and two, it helps you to sharpen the skills. I say a bachelor's degree in comms is like making a knife. You know, you're putting all the necessary things together to have a knife, a good knife. A master's degree is taking that good knife and sharpening it to the best of its ability. Communications is a very wide and varied career path. You could be working in advertising, you could be working as a copywriter, you could be working in media buying, you could be working as a features writer. Getting a master's degree will help you really nail your focus, figure out if you actually really like what you want to do, and help you to sharpen the necessary skills for you to succeed at that role. When looking out for a school for your master's degree, there are three things I think you should really look for. One, are there actual practical elements to this course? In comms, you learn by doing, and your degree needs to have elements where you're actually practicing your skills. I'm going to be using my degree for example. We were assigned to different parts of the city of Syracuse and we were asked to write stories. I say asked, we were required to write stories about the communities we were covering, like a real journalist would cover community stories for a newspaper. I was going to community events, community meetings, community potlucks, and I was writing about these events like I was a real journalist, and I was getting graded on these papers. This way, I'm getting to build my actual journalism skills by interviewing people, by going to these places, and this is gonna help me when I actually get into the real world and I'm going to press conferences, I'm going to interview celebrities or interview different people. It is because I've been able to build those skills during my master's degree in a kind of low stakes environment that I'm able to transition to the real world. Number two, does this course help me build more than one skill? My master's degree was in magazine, newspaper, and online journalism. When you hear that, you're just like, oh, that's a lot of writing. I took graphic design classes, I I took video editing classes, I took audio storytelling classes, and this is to help me build skills in other parts of comms. A journalist that can write, edit, and build other media assets is better than a journalist that can just write. A skill in one thing will help you build a skill in another thing. So I know how to edit stories, which means it gives me a good eye on what to cut out and how to edit a video. One skill is going to help another skill, and everything is going to come together to make you the multi-skilled and multifaceted person that you are. Plus, it is hella competitive out there, especially in comms. There's an intern, there is a toddler, there is somebody out there that can write better than you. I'm telling you that. I'm not saying that you also need to be an advertising expert, or you also need to be a branding expert, or you need to be a social media expert. I'm just saying that it'll be great for you to learn other things apart from the core thing that you really know. And 3, do the professors know what they're doing, and do they have real life experience? Comms is, in my opinion, a much more real life practical thing. You learn comms by doing comms, and if you're having professors that are really just on the theoretical side of it, I don't think that's going to be very, very helpful for you and your career. Look for a program that has professors that have real world experience. Also, having professors that have real life experience means that they're going to be giving you feedback not only from a theoretical point of view, but from a practical point of view. Some of my professors were still active feature writers for magazines in the US, so they were able to give me feedback based on what was currently working at the current time period. So at the top of the video, I said that if you're making the switch from another industry, from another career, that you actually do not need to get a master's degree, and what you need to do is to build your skills. This is how you're going to build your skills. 1, find your focus. There are many parts to communication, so you need to find what part of comms you want to do. Number 2, find a friend or a relative or a family member that has a small business. A small business has room for growth, has room for mistakes. Number 3, offer that family friend your skills in whatever focus of comms that you really want to work on. This is going to do 2 things. 1, you're going to be helping out your family friend with their business, and 2, you're going to be building your skills. When it comes to communications, I really feel like it's your skills that really helps you to stand out. I mentioned skills a lot because that is basically the background of working in comms. I'm just going to use one example of how one skill can apply to different parts of comms. So you have a writing skill. You could write copy for an app. You could write copy for a press release. You could write copy for social media posts. That skill of writing has just been applied to 3 different things, which is why I'm trying to make an emphasis on why building your skill is very important. If you're really craving that school life, I would actually suggest you get an online certification. LinkedIn, Coursera, and many other platforms offer certifications and little mini degrees that you can take at your own time. That way you're not spending so much money and so much time in getting a full-fledged degree. These online certifications are still pretty good at helping you learn the skills needed for comms. To wrap everything up, you should get a master's degree if you want to sharpen your skills in an academic setting. You shouldn't get a master's degree if you're done with school and you really want to get that real world experience. And if you're in another industry making a switch, a master's degree is not really necessary, and instead all you really need to do is build those skills. That's it from me, and I hope this video was helpful to somebody out there, and if it was, I'm happy. If you have any questions, please leave them below, but please keep in mind I am not a career expert. I do not know anything about careers and life. The fact that I have this 10-year career, wallahi tallahi, it is a surprise to me. Don't forget to write an academic report on the subscribe button. Don't forget to attend class being taught by the notification bell, and visit your professor, the like button. Don't forget to be awesome, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!